all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribers on the channel. That's always appreciated. And thank you to those of you all who are a member over on my website, on Patreon, or here on YouTube. Thank you for your continued support, my loves, and I hope you enjoy the extra content that is posted back there. So I woke up this morning with the message. Literally, the first thing that came to my mind was delay is not denial. And you're about to see just how powerful all of that is playing out this year. Something delayed for you. Something felt delayed for you. Something felt like it was taking too long. Whether if it was a lover, finances, a job, finishing something, all the things that you felt like was delayed is literally going to be playing out this year, back to back to back to back. You're about to have a winning moment every month. Make sure you're journaling it. Every month is going to be a milestone and a winning moment that you're going to be celebrating this year. Guaranteed. If you're attracted to this message and you're here in this space, that is what's happening for you. And it's going to be a lot of things that you thought was a denial because it was delayed. But you're about to see just how much you were actually just being protected from a space at a certain time. And now it's like the portal aspect, you're walking through your portal of energy, your portal of opportunity. So what you felt like was too late or you're being denied access to, it's just that it was something better, something bigger. You weren't thinking big enough. But this comeback energy, oh no, baby. The world gonna feel it when you stand up and walk. The ground will shake. The ground will shake. You are making the ground shake this year. They will know you are here. It makes me think of that story with the pregnant, was it the pregnant dog and the elephant? And the dog was like, oh my gosh, I need to find that story. I need to find it because I want to make sure I do it justice. Hold on. I need to find that story. I need to find that story. And while I'm finding that story, we're going to do, if you saw the 111 video, then you know that we're incorporating questions here on the channel to bring the space in, you know, to understand each other. And, you know, we may even learn something from each other in the comments. So I'm going to pull this card, then I'm going to pull that story up, and then we're about to get into this, okay? So feel free to answer down below your response to the question, okay? If you could change one thing about any place on earth to make it better, what would that be? If you could change one thing about any place on earth to make it better, what would that be? Let us know in the comments, okay? Now let me pull up this story while you all are typing your responses. Okay. An elephant and a dog became pregnant at the same time. 3 months down the line, the dog gave birth to 6 puppies. 6 months later, the dog was pregnant again. And 9 months on, it gave birth to another dozen puppies. The pattern continued. On the 18th month, the dog approached the elephant questioning, "Are you sure that you're pregnant? We became pregnant on the same date. I have given birth 3 times to a dozen puppies, and they are now grown to become big dogs. Yet you are still pregnant. What's going on?" The elephant replied, "There's something I want you to understand. What I am carrying is not a puppy, but an elephant. I only give birth to 1 in 2 years. When my baby hits the ground, the earth feels it. When my babies cross the road, human beings stop and watch it in admiration. What I carry draws attention. So what I'm carrying is mighty and great." The message: Don't lose faith when you see others receive answers to their prayers. Don't be envious of others' testimonies. If you haven't received your own blessings, don't despair. Just say to yourself, my time is coming, and when it hits the surface of the earth, people shall yield in admiration. And this is credited to Charles Jr. I remember when I first read this a few years ago, and it's always stuck with me. And this is the energy of what you're in. Something that you felt like was a delay, or people around you want, oh, you sure you meant to do this? You sure you called to do this? You sure this is your purpose? You sure you meant to start that business? You sure you meant to, get married and do this? You sure you meant to create that art? Yeah. Because what I'm creating will last. What you are creating will last. It's meant to shake the ground. It's not like everyone else that they just scroll past or they walk past and ignore. The line that stood out to me is that when my child crosses the road, people stop and look in admiration. How often do we see, I'm sorry, dead puppies and stuff on the side of the road from getting hit? So just because what someone else is doing, it's able to come out like this, like a meal. What you're creating and doing will change the world. It's changing the world. Do you hear me? That idea that you have, those paintings that you're painting is going to sell for over $1 million in another country by people who understand art, by people who understand real pottery, by people who understand and respect real music and musicians. Don't you know musicians are starting to go out of style in the industry? They're going to be needing you again. When people get tired of making the beats. You have a craft to you that is needed in this shift that is happening in this earth right now. And you are in direct alignment with that shift. So whatever you felt was a delay is actually just perfect timing. Look, my stomach growling. You're about to be having people seeking you from all over. Literally. Get prepared. By the end of this year, that thing, baby, I just saw the Ace of Wands. Literally. It's going to feel like you've arisen out of like the ashes, out of an energy. You get what I'm saying? So if you feel like you were being overlooked, not paid attention to, not getting what you're worth, all of that's changing, baby. All of that is changing. Because comparison was a thief of joy. And you are in an industry or a world or a work area where they use a lot of comparison with the Seven of Swords. And if you are able to bring someone's confidence down to want to compare themselves to someone else who have probably a fraction of the same power, it then creates friction inside of you. And I'm getting an energy of this year focusing on self. Do not put yourself up against another person of comparing, oh, well, they do their strokes like this, so maybe I should. No. I remember seeing this quote with Erykah Badu where she said, 85% of the world are followers. And they don't realize they're followers. They follow the trends. They do what everyone else is doing to fit in. And then you have 10% of the world who capitalizes on the followers. So they get you with a traumatic bond energy. These are the ones who create the solutions to the problems that were created, right? And then you have 5% of the people who are the observers, who sit back, they watch, they pay attention to what's going on, and they see truth. They see the truth of the world. You're walking into that 5% energy. And as you walk into that 5% energy, you're going to see yourself separating from the ways of the world that no longer work with you. It doesn't benefit you. It's never benefited you. It's never benefited you. It's like the world creates this dysfunction on purpose, and it makes me think of the Nikola Tesla ancestor message I just recorded in the for the membership area. Power comes from that. Think of friction, irritation, problems. It turns into heat, fire. You're generating power and energy. You could take that same thing and heal it with what you just generated. When I tell you what you do and what you offer, even though it may have felt like it was out of style, oh, it's coming back. Just like bell bottoms, baby. Just like the disco, just like the froze. It's coming back. And you're the one that they're going to seek out for it. You. You're the one they're going to seek out for it. Because you're the only one who can provide it authentically. Now, there could be other people that they see, oh, this is popping, let me go on and do this. You didn't get into this because it was popping. You got into it because it was your passion. The star card coming out with Newt. You literally have the green light from the cosmic mother Newt. The cosmic mother Newt. You may, oh gosh, you may be really attracted to the color blue or dark purples. But this Aquarius energy is also of innovation. You provide a breath of fresh air into a space that many have not been able to connect with. But you have a natural connection to it. You're a star in your own right. You're a star in your own right. And you're above this earthly stuff. You're above this earthly stuff. This 222. It's something about you being connected with the right people at the right time. But I'm telling you now, know how to read and decipher the difference between the ones you need to connect with and those you don't. Oh, animals love stopping in my space. It's something about my space is just, this dog does not want to, he pulling his parents like, no, he want to stay. It's a German Shepherd. It's like always when they get right here into this space, like they just get stuck here for a second and don't want to move. Child. You have the Empress energy that's coming out heavily in your creator energy this year. You can create what you deserve from the beginning. No going back to the past, old things. This is major arcana energy coming out. This is the journey. Moot is divine. So if you feel like you had a Ten of Swords energy going on, baby, that you waking up from that. Because this came out in reverse. So whatever you thought was potentially holding you back or it wasn't going to work out, all of that's turning around. All of it is turning around. Literally. Literally, the Chariot. The car is putting in a reverse and turning around, going in a whole nother direction. And you don't even have to drive it. is intuitively happening because your energy is in alignment with it and its happenings. This has always been yours. It's been always been meant to be yours. It's always been you. It's always been you. I love that. It's always been you. A lot of sevens with knowledge, information, intuition. 3 with magic, perception, feminine energy, creating. 10 with karmic completion. You're breaking free from the bondage of things. Like this 10 of Swords energy gives me a vibe of something ending. You see that ring that the bird has flying away with, the crow? It's like a marriage, an unintentional marriage that you had with something. An unintentional marriage that you had with something. It's broken now. So whether if it was an unintentional marriage with fear, doubt, people who don't really mess with you, it's gone. It's gone. I thank you all for being in this space. We're going to pull the butterfly effect. Because it's a butterfly effect. Effect. It's a butterfly effect. Effect. Time to change some energy. Change some energy. Time to check your energy. Check your energy. I be loving it when you all like tell me how your kids be singing the song, and the fact that they're saying time to check my energy, time to check my energy, like that's powerful. When I came up with that song, I never thought that people would just be singing it on their own at home and their kids singing it. But that was a part of it all, right? And who's to know, they may be at school singing it. People who've never watched me, but they're able to be blessed by that energy of changing their energy. Seven, 4, 7, bury it. Bury the worry of your burden and create a new story for all to hear. Rewrite your destiny. Rewrite your destiny. I thank you all for being here. Allow everything to keep rewriting. And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.